Today is an important message to understand that if you will know this, if you will apply this to your life, you will be able to create any kinds of miracles. Because right now we are in this important and at the same time unique times when we need to understand the difference when we are listening our thoughts, our intellectual mind, and when we are actually communicating with the true voice of our soul, or how we could better say the voice of our intelligence or the universal intelligence. Some would call it the voice of the universe. How to recognize the difference between these two separated things, because if we can understand that the one part of our brain is intellectual part, the part which is created for logic, for mathematics, for thinking, for planning, and the other part of our brain is creative part. That's why we are creative. We have this ability to create things, to creatively think when we are truly listening our soul. So it's really simple. Like our soul always say, do, call, ask, say, and then our intellectual mind starts, how I will say it, how I will ask it, with who I will talk with. If your soul say call, you will start thinking how to call. Oh, I don't want to call now. Oh, what if she or he will ask this and will say this and that. And if we can understand here what is really happening, our soul always, it's not complicated. It is not complicating. It just say what to do. Call. If you're like in a moment when you're like wondering, oh, what could I do now? Your soul will say, do, or say, or ask, write, draw, paint, create. It will be shortly, it is always shortly, and because it's so short, we not even recognize this voice. We don't recognize it. So we need to practice awareness to be more present so we can hear it. It's for me, every night before I go to sleep, I'm opening myself to to recognize if there is some sort of voice, if there is any kind of vision, important vision, which I should paint or draw or put something out of me. Because before we go to sleep, our brains are in that alpha frequency, which means alpha frequency is when our conscious mind is almost sleeping and our unconscious mind is more opened. So it is easier to reprogram it at that time. So from that understanding, if we are able to catch any kind of the message from our soul, from the universe, from God, or from however you want to understand it, it's all the same. If we can understand what we should do in our next step, it's much easier because it will always be leading us into the right direction. Doesn't matter, I'm always saying, doesn't matter what is happening around us. It can be panic, yes, right now we can see a lot of panic, a lot of fear, a lot of different things. We don't know what will happen out of it, but if we will be reacting out of fear, it's easier to say that we will destroy not just ourselves, but also our environment, the people around us. So we need to get all that energy back and really deeply ask ourselves what should be our next move, how we should react. And we will always get the answer, some sort of do, act, try, paint, something shortly. Something will be always the answer. Call someone. You don't know who, but if you will be asking it, you will know. You will get the answer. So those answers from our soul are always short. It is just a short push, like do this, act like that, think like that. It is always short, but it is always helpful because it is leading us into the right direction. So it was a short message for today. I hope you can be able to recognize now more about that, and this is it for today. Have a beautiful day and see you soon. Sending you all blessings and love like always, and have a beautiful day. Peace.